Hey everybody, welcome to the Drowning in Pools podcast. This is I Press the Buttons or Cameron Snowden, and with me today I have Derek Goodwin.
Hi, I'm Cam in second.
And we have Mr. Urban Buddha.
Hello. I'm not doing too well, guys. I'm kind of sick.
Oh boy. Being sick sucks. I'm slowly getting over mine.
Yeah. I think that I don't even, I can deal with the coughing and the sneezing, but my nose being stuffy and runny and shit is just the most annoying. I can't taste food. I can't really sleep. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. The worst is waking up. That is the worst. Because you wake up and you feel like you can't breathe. You've been choked out all night.
Odds are there's snot on my pillow because I was fucking drowning in it. It's just leaking out of my nose.
Have you ever been so sick that while you're sleeping you've been breathing through your mouth and you dried out your throat so much that you cut it?
Yeah. That's why I started. I started leaving bringing water bottles to my room, and leaving them in there just by my bed because I need to when I wake up. It's usually I'm waking up at 1 a.m, so I'm dying of thirst.
Yeah. That is, I hate that.
Rip in pieces, my dudes. I made the decision a couple of years ago just to not get sick.
Smart. That's actually pretty smart. I should have did that.
That is a smart decision.
Well, because someone mentioned, I think it was a video or something, that it was being sick is kind of a mental thing as well as a physical thing. So if you just tell yourself you're not getting sick, you generally get over the symptoms really quickly.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've just been not sick.
Yeah. I guess my problem is I accept that I'm sick and I'm willing to kind of just power through it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, that's probably a better idea. Is just to be nah, fuck this, I'm not sick.
To be fair, the only person I've ever heard say that is Gavin Freed from Mr. Keith.
That might be who I'm getting it from.
Okay.
But it's worked for me, so you know.
Oh shit! Did you? Speaking of that, did you see the guy, the Fox News guy, who was I haven't washed my hands in 10 years because I don't believe in germs? Because he's I can't see them, so they're not real.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Jesus
Christ!
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, because the funniest thing is that guy has never done a science project in his life throughout high school.
Right? Yeah. I mean, he's a Fox News host, so odds are probably looks at a science book with scorn.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, what a fantastic way to start off my morning. I was looking for reasons to kill myself, and I just found one.
Oh, wow, alright. Well, I didn't want to go that far with it, but okay.
Hey, man. Honestly, with anti-vaxxers out there, too.
No, the difference is, if I was the kid of an anti-vaxxer, I'd already be dead.
Yeah. True.
You got a point.
Oh, my God.
Alright, so, how's your week been, Deshaun?
I didn't really play. Again, I know this is a gaming podcast, but it seems like we never ever fucking play games. Yeah, but I didn't really.
This week.
Okay, good. I didn't really do too much. I played a little more Gungeon. I mostly spent the week taking care of my buddy Tim's dogs. His sister was dealing with some crazy. She's a theater teacher or whatever, and they had Hell Week, and he was out of town, so I basically stayed over there.
Okay.
For a few days, just to watch the dogs, take care of them. And then I got sick, so I've just been in bed most of the time.
Gotcha.
But I think the most important thing I did this week was watching The Incredibles 2 since they put it on Netflix.
Oh, you finally watched it?
Hell yeah.
How'd you think of it?
So this is my review. So it's the sequel thing where it unfortunately does the sequel thing where it's not as good as the first one, but since the first Incredibles movie is a 10 out of 10, you're dealing with an 8 out of 10 here.
At the highest, right?
Right, yeah. This is not a bad movie. Incredibles 2 is a good movie. I wish it took place in my ideal version of The Incredibles 2 where it's Dash and Violet are, older or whatever, and teenagers. maybe Violet's in college or whatever, or maybe Violet's like a pro hero and Dash is in college, whatever, older. But it takes place right after the first Incredibles, which is it. I at first didn't really like it, but it's fine because it ends up working out for the story. It ends up going. It really makes you. Yeah, it really makes you feel like there's gonna be Incredibles 3 and 4 and other stuff's gonna be happening. So they're really trying to build like a franchise out of this one.
Yeah. There was a lot more cursing in this one than I was expecting.
Oh yeah, they said hell and damn and crap, and I was like, that's all right, Disney. I respect that. Which I appreciate, especially for like the kind of world this is. It really wouldn't feel like this was a real. This world wouldn't feel believable if you didn't have people swearing. At least a little bit. So I did like that. Weirdly enough, because normally in anything else I'd be like, oh, who cares if they swear? It's like whatever. But in this, it really adds to the feel of the world.
The character.
The character. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. The villain, nah, not a good villain. Didn't really make sense because she was like, I want heroes to be illegal or whatever, but they already were. So. So it's like, why'd you help your brother make them legal when you could have just been like, no? Because really, he's a fucking. Her brother is just charismatic. Otherwise, he's just an idiot.
Yeah.
So, I guess, I don't know. I don't really know what they could have done to make her not dumb. I guess if they were like, if at the end of the first Incredibles movie, heroes were made legal, and then she comes around in Incredibles 2, but I don't know. I was just not feeling her. She was so obviously the villain from the jump.
Yeah.
She was just kind of, she wasn't like overtly sinister looking, but she kind of had, a pointy face. She didn't really talk all that much, and when she did, it was like, it was like you could clearly tell there was something else going on with her.
Funnily enough, she was like the antithesis of Hans in Frozen for me.
Oh yeah,
because like Hans right off the bat, as soon as I saw him, was like, that dude is the villain for this movie.
Yeah,
but because he was just too fucking perfect,
Right.
And then for her, they went out of the way to like not make her that like super perfect. Like, you think it's supposed to be setting up the brother's going to be the bad guy,
right? Yeah,
but like. And then she's the only one that curses in the entire movie. So it's like, I wonder. Yeah. She also said some very, like, eyeliner emo shit.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And that one moment where her and her brother are, like, kind of have that moment. He's like, I strongly disagree. You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's clear.
I get it. So, I don't know. Maybe if she was, like, a recurring character... like maybe she was going to be like a villain who would come back or something, but she kind of just, seems like a one-off thing. I like the family stuff. I like, I like the Incredible Family. Violet going through her whole thing where, she's, it's fucked up what they did to that boy to make him forget her. That was a little. I was like, "Damn, did you really have to do that?" And when they explain, it's not a perfect process or whatever. I was like, then why even do it?
Man, that's like one of those things where you actually just really feel bad for the dude.
Yeah, and it's because like he had no idea they would do that, and she didn't deserve that, Mm-hmm. So I like the family dynamic. I really appreciate it because seeing him. Like, he's Mr. Incredible, right? But he has to stay home with the kids because the wife is, the more palatable, hero. And he really can't handle that. He's not in the limelight. He's not out there kicking ass and taking names and being the suave, cool hero guy that everyone loves. I like that he's going through his midlife crisis.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say that Dash didn't really have much going on, but that's probably because in the first movie you already kind of went through his arc where he was like why shouldn't I use my powers? You know, I should be allowed to. And
do you remember how old he was in this movie?
I don't remember.
He's still a kid.
He's still a kid.
Because I was gonna say, it looked like he was probably like in middle school in the last movie, and he's going.
Well, and this one takes place
like right after. Like it's like literally like a couple days later.
So I was gonna say, so he's still gonna be in middle school, and everyone knows you don't go through much change between 6th grade and 8th grade. You're about the same dude.
Yeah.
Within those 2 years.
He really became more of like a plot device for action at most points, like when he called the car to come save them and stuff. Yeah. So, I like the Jack stuff. I really can't wait to see what they do with him, because they were like throwing a whole bunch of shit at you about him and little like young supers, and you know the fact that it's not crazy for them to be born multiple powers, but he's got like 1 million, so that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I love okay, so tell me why his fight scene against the raccoon is better than the Superman-Batman fight scene in Batman vs. Superman.
Well, you know.
It was so exciting. It was you know, I was like I was thinking that as I was watching it, because the choreography was better, the storytelling in the fight was better, just everything about it was better, and I'm like, this is a real superhero movie.
I mean, you know what?
You know?
DC could take a look at wrestling to figure out how to do their fight scenes a little more.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, it was good. It was a good movie. I just wish, I don't know. Of course I wish it existed in my ideal universe, but also I wish the villain wasn't so, you know, nothing.
Yeah, I got you.
So.
All right, so Derek, what you do for your week, or did I cut you off early?
No, that's it. I'm done.
All right.
I mostly just worked. I played a lot of League, and work was alright. I
saw that you were streaming at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know. I was playing games with some friends at like 10. I was just like, you know what? Like, F it, I'll stream. You know, you never know.
Yeah. This is what the Working Man's podcast. We do nothing but work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, I'm planning on streaming later today too. And I played some League, played a shit ton of the new champion Silas, who is insanely fun, and also, I don't actually think he's broken, but the heal on his W is insanely nuts.
Yeah, I think he's high tier.
Okay, honestly, I've been listening to what pros say, and it's like, besides the ultimate and the heal, his kit is literally terrible.
Okay.
And, but they made the kit, or the heal and the ult stealing thing, like, insanely overpowered to compensate.
Gotcha.
I don't know, he's really fun. I'm just super bad at him.
Okay.
But I also played some Dragon Ball. Got up to Super Saiyan 3, and then immediately got knocked back down. So I'm like 6k away, so that's like 2 games.
Okay, so that's not bad.
Yeah. And the team I'm playing right now that I was trying to figure out, like, because last night I was playing again, and I got cut off by server maintenance.
Oh, that's nice.
But I was like in lab for like 40 minutes, trying to figure out a way to combo Videl level 1 into Goku's Spear Bomb, because I saw it online, but like I couldn't figure it out. And yeah, that was basically my week.
You are really making me need to play that game, so I am not like destroyed by you every time we play.
I mean, the thing is, I win the first couple of like games, and then after that, you come back because you just like have knowledge.
It's called downloading. Okay, I download.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cameron can adapt to a lot of shit. I've noticed. Like when we play Tekken, I'll whoop his ass with something, and then he'll be like, "Okay, I need to not get hit by that again," and he'll usually do fine the next round.
And then
yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
Like, oh, but I have this button. And you're like, God damn, there's too many buttons for Tekken.
That's your entire stick, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just looking
up. Right, what'd you do?
What did I do?
What'd you do, Cos?
All right, well, let's see. I played the greatest game of D&D I think I've ever played up till now. We got a new player, and oh boy, is she good.
Uh-oh.
She's I wouldn't say she's voice actor levels, but man, she has good accents. And she brought everybody else's character out of them. On top of that, we haven't played in months, so it was like the best like coming back to playing we've had in a long time.
Okay, so D&D isn't just about rolling a dice and listening to somebody tell a story. You gotta act that shit.
Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. It is collective storytelling. That is literally what D&D is. It's collective storytelling.
All right.
And
because I've never played it. I want to. Me and Tim have been talking about it, but
so like to go down and heavy on D&D real quick. Well, it's because it's my favorite game, and I'm working on a new system for it. So. But the way D&D works is that it can be played a multitude of ways. No one way is the right way to play. If you don't like the way the game is going at whoever's house, you either need to talk to the DM, talk to the players, or find a new group. Let's say like some people like to fight. Like that's all they do. They just like to fight and grind. They like to do dungeon delving and stuff like that. Talk to your party. Talk to your DM, see if they are on the same page with you. If not, ask if they can compromise. And if that's still not working, you're either going to have to compromise and find a new group or just go find a new group. Because what you're doing by staying there is very similar to staying with someone who's not good for you in real life. And you're going to bog everybody down. You're going to bore the game. So, nevertheless, collective storytelling is what you're going for. You never want to be the only person in the spotlight for every single session. Now, if it's your arc, go for it. Take the light. Do whatever you want. If it's not, then let other people talk or encourage other people to talk. You know.
Hold the fuck up. There are like character arcs and shit too.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh boy, right? You don't know anything about D&D.
Nothing.
Oh man!
All I know about D&D is Shadows of Mystara D&D. Is that what that is?
Tales of Mysteria.
No.
Possibly.
What's the fuck called? What's that? It's some fucking beat 'em up. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's Tales of Mysteria.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
That's all I know about D&D.
Yeah, that's D&D.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, it follows I think it was 3.5. It follows the actual like mechanics pretty well because it has like daily uses of magic rather than like an MP bar, but there's a lot less like decision making that goes into that one. I mean, it does have decisions, but like
okay, so
yeah.
All right, so Deshaun.
Yes.
We're gonna take the step by step real quick.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
It's not gonna take long. Don't you worry.
R/famous last words. I'll be jacking.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right. So you make your character, right?
Uh-huh.
You give him, let's say, the simplest of backstories. I came from a town. I want to defeat this monster. And that's my quest, right? Simplest of backstory. You play, say, 8 sessions, right? And you're in a town. You're sitting there, and all of a sudden you meet your sister, who has been looking for you for years. And now we're going on your whole arc about why she's looking for you.
Okay, hold up. Oh,
that's your next quest.
Cameron, have you played Golden Sun?
This fucking game again.
No.
You literally just described many plot elements in Golden Sun.
That's literally what D&D is, though.
I have been playing a D&D game this whole fucking time.
Yes.
I didn't even realize.
You have.
Okay. I think I get it now.
Like, so depending on your DM is what type of writing elements you usually put in there. I watch a shit ton of anime, so a lot of anime writing style get put into my D&D game.
So how many schoolgirls get their skirts lifted up, guys?
Right. How many cat girls go yeah?
2.
That just killed me inside.
2, but they don't go yeah, but they go ba.
That's two. That's 2 more cat girls.
Well, one's a sheep girl.
Than I needed.
One's a sheep girl.
Oh, because that makes it better.
Yeah. Anyways, and the other one isn't.
I mean, at least it's not overdone.
I was like, one's a sheep girl,
right,
and the other one's an old ass elk man, and his name is Elkman.
Okay.
And
well, if they're like weird animal people, I guess that's fine.
It's a whole thing to deal with the gods in the world and whatnot.
Okay.
It's not like just cat scenarios. Girl for cat girl's sake, or
like most anime.
Or sheep girl for sheep girl's sake. No, it's actually like deep in the lore and shit. So I was like, I'm not going to abuse it, but I am going to put it in there.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, that's D&D in a nutshell. It's collective group storytelling with your DM choosing the genre.
Okay.
Real talk. If I could be a cat person, I totally would.
You totally would?
I totally would, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Having, like, extremely awesome ears and a fucking tail? That sounds awesome.
I mean, if it was just being a cat person and, like, no other choice, then I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, if it's, like, regular human or human with cute ears and a tail, like, I'm taking human with cute ears and a tail any day.
I mean, what I'm going to say is that if I get the power of whatever animal that I happen to change into, such as having good reflexes, upgraded equilibrium, I think I might take that.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine having to commit suicide 9 times.
I mean, no.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, you are really on this kick today.
Yeah, what's with the killing yourself thing? Do you need to talk to somebody, man?
Nah, dude, it's just I found out really recently. I don't like people.
You're working food, which is even it's even worse than retail.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, the worst part is like nothing set me off. I just like
it just creeps up on you.
One of these days, I was just like, I like looked at somebody was like, hey, you need to go on cash. You're taking over for whoever, and I'm like, okay, and then I like put my thing in my till in the cash register. And I, like, scanned in, and I looked up at the person, and I just thought, man, I really wish you would go away. They hadn't said anything yet, and they were super nice. It was just, like, I felt really bad.
So, in retail and food service, there comes to a point where it's going to get the worst, and then that one person's going to reset the timer. And then you're like, you know what? This isn't too bad. And immediately the next customer, you're like, oh, why did I say that? That was
yeah. Hand me the news. No, it's just like because I've worked not retail, but I've worked in a shop before, and I don't know, like I have on and off days for people, and it doesn't help that a lot of people who come to Disneyland are people who are not like a lot, but like there are quite a few people who only speak Spanish and only speak Chinese, both of which I don't speak. I can help out the people who speak Japanese. I can help out the people who speak Korean. I can't help those like the other two, and those are the main foreign groups that we get. And so it's just like Espanol, and I'm like, no. And they're like, and they're trying to order in Spanish, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to keep up here, but like, I'm legit whiter than mayonnaise, so. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's rough. The one thing that I always, I'm way too patient. I have like the patience of a god. It's hilarious.
Cameron will put up with some fuck shit. I've seen it. It's not great.
The only thing is that anything that is supposed to work and doesn't work right away, I have zero patience for. So it's like
I've also seen that.
So it's like I'll be like, someone will be talking to me and those will be going loops. I'm like, yeah, I got it. No worries. Okay. Yep. Nope. All right. I got it. No worries. But then as soon as my game lags for half a second.
Yeah.
I've seen that shit.
Oh man, I can't stand certain things. They're like they work consistently every time, then that one time they don't. And I'm just like, the pattern's broken. Yeah, and then my head just goes and I flip my head.
Not to be a Debbie Downer on this conversation, but we should probably move on to the main topic of this podcast before it becomes like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't okay, yeah. Let's get on to the main topic of the week. So, this week, the main topic we got going on is games that have died. We have games that are... I'm going to look up what I wrote down real quick. Give me a second.
I think it was sequels, prequels, and games that are
sequels,
dead.
Sequels, reboots, and games that are dead. This came from Deshaun.
Yeah, because I was... I basically was thinking about Apex Legends and how the Titanfall news story basically went from Titanfall 3 is dead, long live Apex Legends, to now Titanfall. We're working on Titanfall
like,
stuff.
Oh, don't worry. We made millions with this game in a day. Yeah. We'll make Titanfall for you.
It literally went from the sequel is dead, here's the kind of reboot, to the sequel is back again. And it's gonna, so I thought this would be a good topic for us to go over. Just kind of think about games that kind of went through that.
Yeah, I downloaded that game last night. Haven't played it yet.
I'm probably gonna play it in the next couple of days or so.
Apparently, it's super good. So
yeah,
even without wall running and double jumps.
Look, honestly, from the little bit of gameplay I watched and how those powers work, you should be able to wall like there should be one character that can wall run twice every 30 seconds.
I think people are speculating that there's probably going to be like a specific character for these things, like a specific double jump character or a specific wall running character.
It's also gotten me interested in buying Titanfall 2 and actually playing, because I played the demo.
You should.
Origin gave me like a 2 or 3 hour time demo, and I got to play the game online, and it was super fun. I sucked, but it was super fun.
Absolutely, and everyone should get their hands on Titanfall 2. It's super cheap now.
I'm working on getting it.
It's only $20 on Origin, so it's not bad.
I just don't want to play on Origin.
I mean, hell, back when it was back when it was like $5, I was telling people to go out and buy it. So, go out and get that shit. It's a good ass game. It's the best shooter ever. I'm a guy who doesn't play fucking first person games in general. So a first person shooter.
You're right. You are just like. Oh, boy. I mean, I play way too many genres of game, which I think is the reason why I'm like I can never get good at any game properly. Because by the time I start getting good at the game, I'm like, I'm gonna go switch games now because I've hit a wall that I can't pass.
Yeah. That shit happened with League for me for a really long time. Actually, I mean, it still does, but it's never like a wall that I can't come over. It's just like, I hit the wall for today. I'll fix it tomorrow. Yeah.
My wall with League is that I really want to treat it like it's a fighting game.
And then the jungler comes.
Or then just someone comes or I die, and then when I go back to top lane, I think that I'll be fine, but now the jungler's en route. So it's like I get shafted, and then I get shafted again.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed from you and Michael? Is that you go into lane, and it's like, the mentality isn't that, oh, they have a kill up, they're like 300 gold, 400 gold up. It's like, oh, we're still even.
Yeah.
And so, or Michael knows that they're ahead, but he still goes for the plays.
Okay.
And it's just like,
hold on a second. I'm going to leave Discord and come back.
Rip.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm sorry, Discord does this thing where it eats eats your guys' audio.
Oh, okay.
It did this last week too to Sean, and I just kind of rolled with it because I just assumed what he was saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
So
we get to top lane and we get gypped because I think that we're even. Michael, we're down, but I can still beat them.
Michael's confidence in his abilities is something that I wish I had.
I mean, I have those confidence too.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, in general, I wish I had that much confidence in my abilities. Because it's like, every time I make a confident play like that, I always end up eating shit. Like, without fail. And then whenever it's like I'll just try this, I don't think it'll work, that's when shit works. It's like, god damn it.
Do you think they're ever going to make a sequel for League?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon, but at some point they're going to update the engine or the, something that can't be done in the current engine, and they're just going to say, F it, let's release a sequel.
They already did that, though.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, the actual, like, they're going to release something that can't be done in the current engine
That's what I'm saying. They've done that. So do you...
I do think there will come a point.
They're going to do it again, Cameron.
Well, I know they're gonna. I know that's what he's saying. They're gonna do it again. I'm just saying, why wouldn't they just keep calling it League of Legends and not League of Legends 2? Because
it would be essentially an entirely new thing.
But they did that already.
Well, I mean, they might take.
But to them, it wasn't a new thing. Yeah. It was just the next step in the original thing. They
may take a Dota 2 approach where they re-release the game with like better graphics but like the actual like gameplay is a little bit different, you know. And there are different release schedules as well.
Isn't that fighting game or some shit coming out? Aren't the people who were working on that robot
Rising
fighting game now? Yeah, aren't they now working on?
They bought it out. I'm not sure if it's actually coming out.
Yeah.
It's only rumors. And that's what people were speculating when they got bought out. But
yeah, that was like years ago.
Like, why else would they buy them? You know.
Riot does really stupid shit.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
I love the company, but like, fuck, dude.
I was gonna say the company got lucky. They even say that in one of their interviews. Like, yeah, we just got super lucky that everyone enjoyed the game.
I mean, it wasn't that. I won't say it was that surprising relative to what was going on at the time, because it was like you have Dota 1 and Here's a New Earth, both of which are kind of serious games. Like Here's a New Earth is a little bit over the top, and then League, which is a lot more cartoony and like appealing, and a lot of the like super complex shit was taken out. And so you have something that's like dumbed down comparatively, but is way easier to digest than like Han or Dota 1. So I think it makes sense that League like took a lot of the market, at least originally.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So Deshaun, you got any games that you that are dying that you want to talk about?
Well, I'm not going to talk
about Legends.
I'm not going to talk about Golden Sun because I always talk about that game.
About that one.
Can
we get a Golden Sun counter in the bottom left?
Oh God, please. I was thinking about. I really wanted to use this segment to make fun of Anthem because that game is dead on arrival.
Yeah, that thing is. Like, you know what? I think it's going to get its fair shot for 3 months.
Oh yeah, and then people are going to be like, "All right, the other games,
Destiny,
other better games have come out since or already out." So
you know what might happen though? They have no connection issues on launch because no one bought the game except for like the small few people, and they're going to enjoy that game so much that they're going to get their friends to buy it eventually.
I mean, like, I'm down to buy it if it goes down in price, but it's just like I haven't seen anything that makes me want to
experience
like buy it. Yeah, you know what sucks?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking ads on YouTube. Use Crazy Train, and it's like a super like distorted version of Crazy Train.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't make me want to buy your game. That makes me want to put it next to Call of Duty and like generic trailers 101. Hello?
Exactly. It is EA.
It is EA.
Yeah, I know.
We own the license to this song. We're going to keep using it.
Right, yeah, exactly. But the one thing I've seen about Anthem that I am kind of that I do like seeing is like flying mechanics. Because I'm sick of people being like, you can't make a Superman game. How would you even do the flying mechanics? Well, look at this shit.
Like, it ain't that hard.
Yeah.
It's really not. Like, you know, like everybody, you always get like the people who are like, oh, you know, he can't do all his powers and all this shit, and that's all bullshit.
I was gonna say,
seeing like decent flying mechanics is nice to see.
If you really want to, just give him flight simulator mechanics.
Yeah,
they've done it. You just have to give him airplane controls.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But otherwise, like, Anthem is like the kind of thing. And I also want to talk about God of War too, but I'll kind of shit on Anthem for a second.
Well, God of War is going to be an interesting topic. So yeah, go ahead and shit on Anthem so that we can get to that.
So Anthem has a story mode, right? Or it's gonna have a story. And normally I'm like, all right, that's good. They're focusing on like a single player story. That's nice, but the single player story is generic and boring as fuck. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a catch-22 where you're like, I want to engage in the story, but your story is ass, so I don't want to engage in your story. I just want to play your game.
Is it like confirmed to be ass? Because I mean, like, people have been shit talking COD stories for a while, but like Infinite Warfare story was apparently really good.
From what I remember, it was decent, but isn't that because it had fucking Kevin Spacey in it, or was that Advanced Warfare?
That was Advanced.
Okay, but no, it's just you know, generic. It's not a kind of story you give a fuck. Yeah, it's just generic. Like it's not necessarily bad, but it's not you know making me think about it either. You know, from what I've seen.
This is also coming from someone who's only seen halfway through the game.
Right, like it's just the demo out, so there's really not much, you know, to go on. But
it seems way too generic.
Yeah, it's just who gives a shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Anthem, they're putting it out. Like, Apex Legends is great, so people, if Anthem doesn't impress anybody, they'll just stick to playing Apex Legends. Or Titanfall 2, now that's got a resurgence. Or, isn't there something else coming out that EA is putting out?
I don't know. Stop paying attention.
I think they're putting out another game also that's a little more hype than this garbage. Sorry, Anthem. Plus, the fucking Devil May Cry 5 is coming out. Sekiro is coming out.
You know, I own all the Devil May Cry games. I still haven't beaten any of them. I really need to get around to that.
I've only beaten 3. I haven't beaten 1. I haven't even played 2. No, I've beaten 4. I beat 4.
I think the one I put the most time into was the reboot.
Oh, DMC Devil May Cry, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I get that it was, like, what was I gonna say? Like, it's not the same Dante, and it kind of pokes fun at that.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, as someone who didn't really play too much of the other games, like, it was a fun fucking game, and the humor and stuff was like, it was campy, but it wasn't bad, you know?
I mean, I find the game to be trash. But I will say the gameplay is actually fun. When they kind of fixed everything. They kind of fixed the combat. When it first came out, it was a pain in the ass to play. It was damn near like pulling teeth to kill anything. But I lost my train of thought. But anyway, thinking about DMC Devil May Cry, which is another good game to talk about when it comes to reboots and sequels and all that shit. Yeah, DMC 5 I'm ready for. I just finished downloading the demo for DMC 5 on PS4, so I'm going to try that out. But, yeah, I just thought the game story was kind of lame. Virgil was super lame. So, you know, the 1 through 4 I think are like really, like, the voice acting people, like the voice acting characters, people really like them, but I'm like, the voice acting is kind of bad. The characters are kind of annoying sometimes. Like, they have their moments, but otherwise I'm kind of like, whatever. But they are cool, because when they're fighting, they're doing cool shit. So I appreciate that. The gameplay is really, really good. But
I mean, I wouldn't say the voice acting is terrible though, especially for the time when they got released.
It's not like garbage. I'm not throwing up at it, but I'm like rolling my eyes at it. It's campy. Yeah. It's campy. It's not like
the voice acting itself is campy. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, because of course the game is gonna be campy. What do you think? It's Dante.
Fucking Capcom.
Right? Yeah, it's Capcom. It's kind of awkward and stilted to me at some points. So I'm like, it's hit or miss for me. But 5 seems to have fixed that though. 5 seems amazing.
5.
Yeah, let me stick my slide right into these DMs. Fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
I actually so I'm really digging the game.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk, fun game. The voice acting on Sora specifically
I know what you mean.
is
garbage.
So fucking awkward.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it sounds like they just took like him saying shit from other parts in the game and put it in. And it's like it doesn't happen with any other character.
Yeah.
Like maybe Donald every once in a while, but Sora is like consistently if it's not in the cutscenes, he sounds like he's just not in the right part of his life. And the inflections on him specifically is super fucking weird.
Yeah, I noticed
it's not even
that.
It's not even bad, it's just weird. Like it's not how you would naturally talk in that scenario.
Yeah. Like it's like one thing I get the most is like Sora's like always trying to be super positive, but I don't feel like that was his character. Like I never got that from Sora's character that he is like overly positive as he is in this game.
Yeah, I always got the feeling that he would like kind of keep his chin up and never really let himself get too down, but he was also sort of a realist in some points.
Like,
so
I need to find my friends, but like now that Riku's around, he's just like, I can.
Yeah,
they need something. They need something to soften the edge of Riku, or else they cut themselves.
Yeah, Sora's a little too childlike now.
You know what though? I actually don't mind it because I can tell that it's like it's different, but.
I probably wouldn't mind it. Like, I wouldn't mind it if he was like still a kid, but he's like 16 or some shit now, isn't he? So, like, he's a little too old to be doing the I don't know, little boy hero thing.
Don't worry, guys. We have friendship. The heart is with us. All we need is the heart.
Like, real talk, if I was in that scenario, I'd probably be all Riku and let my hair grow long and like wear eyeliner. But like,
Riku's fucking like Riku to me is like a better character in a way because he is growing. It feels like he actually is like becoming a different person. He's becoming a man, you know.
Yeah, but like the way I read Sora is that he's had to go through all of this shit so many times and like lose what's closest to him so many fucking times. Like he has to do that to let himself like keep himself sane, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like forcing himself to be happy just so that way he has a chance of like not, you know, whatever.
I guess if you're headcanoning it, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, that's not in the game, but that's like for me, it makes
like
sense.
If there was a moment where he had a breakdown for like, you know, for a scene, and he was like, I gotta be real with you guys, I'm really not handling this very well. I'd be like, okay, his positivity is, I understand it, you know, but he's kind of just doing it all the time. So I'm like, is this Disney and Square Enix not wanting to have a main character who's like, who will make you think about how fucked up the situation is, you know, like is he just supposed to be the super popular, nearly like a Disney princess level happiness type character?
Oh my god! Please, one of the DLC Keyblades, give him a dress.
Oh my god! I'm surprised they haven't turned him into like a girl at some point and made him like a princess.
That is actually really surprising.
I would love that. So not the girl so much, just him in a dress.
Yeah, like Cloud. That'd make him.
Or Jean from Ruby.
Yeah.
That whole segment where Cloud has to cross dress is absolutely hilarious, and just makes.
It's like right at the beginning of the game too.
It just sets the tone for that game so well, where it's like.
I think they're taking it out of the reboot.
Why?
The remake. I don't know. Probably for sensitivity reasons.
No, that just you like that just like because they don't really say anything terrible. Like there's no attacking trans or anything like that in that scene.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't stop coming onto him until he.
It's really just making making fun of the fact that he is kind of like girly looking or whatever. So it's like it's just really making fun of him. And not even like in a really bad way. It's just a way that makes him uncomfortable.
I have like no level to talk because I don't know anything about that life, but I want to say like they don't treat it badly though.
They really don't.
I mean, I think there is a case to be made for getting upset if you want to get upset.
I mean, there's always a case to be made, but that's at some point you're like, when are you just trying not to let people make jokes and stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, that's my point. Like, I don't like I've played through it recently, and admittedly, that's like the last part of the game I've actually played through because I'm like 6 or 7 hours in, and I just haven't gone any farther.
Yeah.
Or I got to like the main part of Midgar, whatever. Anyway, so like, but like, yeah, it wasn't treated poorly, and as soon as he found out that you were a dude. He was like, well, I don't like dudes, you know?
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, you fucking disgusting, you know.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, you're a guy?
Yeah,
security.
I'm not
I think it's handled pretty well.
Yeah.
But, like, that whole thing, like, fuck, I'm so upset about how much people love to get outraged about shit. It's like, back in my day, you know, we were nuking kids in Modern Warfare 3. You know, like, fucking chemical attacks on the streets of Paris. Get with the times, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, we're gonna go and jump ships real quick again. You know what dead game that I think dead franchise they should bring back?
Toontown Online.
Sure. No.
Don't. Okay. I was literally thinking about that game yesterday because I was like, whatever happened to Toontown Online?
Dude, Toontown Rewritten. Go download it. It's fucking awesome. It's the same
shit.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
It is, but all right. No.
Okay.
Shut up. Let me talk. Pokemon Stadium.
Oh my god, I would kill for a new Pokemon Stadium game.
You know how good that would be right now for the Switch?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
That would be a perfect game for the Switch. Because it has...
But you know what? The thing is, the new Pokemon games have that battle system.
No, I'm not talking about the battle system. I'm talking about the whole, like, just the whole game. Because Pokemon Stadium was way more than just the battle system. It had the...
Even Pokemon... Are you talking about Pokemon Coliseum?
No, Stadium.
Or am I switching those two?
Stadium is the one that has the mini games.
Which is the one that has the emo fucking main character?
That's Coliseum.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite Pokemon game in the world.
Yeah, they need to bring those back too. But yeah, Pokemon Stadium too. But yeah, Pokemon Stadium, the new games have that system.
All the mini games and stuff?
No. I think the what mini games?
Pokemon's
all the like the Lickitung and the
you're right. Yeah. Those haven't come back.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pokemon has a great party system in Stadium, and on top of that, it has a strange type of I never played the actual game. Like it had a cool arcade mode where you had to go through the bosses, and each time you went to the bosses, you could change your team and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing that road back on my 64. That shit was hard.
Yeah, it was super hard.
Yeah.
Like, it was harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
But I loved it though. Like I enjoyed all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I also like how they had the classes. They had a class system that taught you how to play Pokemon games in general, not just Stadium, but Pokemon games in general, which was nice.
Yeah, I missed that game. I wish my 64 worked.
I mean, you could. I don't know. You could probably finagle a way to make it work like that in the regular games too. I think at least the newer ones, because I know there's there's some kind of weird ass. Plus, the new games are so easy. You can basically just catch every fucking Pokemon in the game, and they're always like giving out free Pokemon. So eventually, you'll have all the Pokemon you can get in those old games and the new rare ones or whatever. But I think there's like a tower where you can basically just fight like all the gym leaders and shit.
Yeah.
Up until and then you fight like blue and red and shit at the end.
And the reason why Stadium would even be better to be brought back right now is the fact that there's online multiplayer now. So you can.
Yeah.
You know Nintendo doesn't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. With Ultimate and Splatoon.
But those are like exceptions.
Also with them talking to Microsoft about getting better online system.
Oh yeah, cross-platform play. So yeah, so maybe they are giving a shit now because they did start doing the online, but
I mean, yeah, and Pokemon's had online for like 4 generations now.
Just not been I can't say
it hasn't been good.
It hasn't been good, but it hasn't been the best.
It hasn't been fair.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is like you just go up against like if you're like me and you don't really grind the games, like your Pokemon are probably like level 40, 50 by the end of the game, and you go up online, everyone's level 100, and it's just like, well, I don't want to spend another 30 hours grinding this shit out.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite because I'll grind the fuck out of my Pokemon. I'll have a fucking full Charizard before I hit the first gym.
Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ, I can't do that shit. I literally just like get as little fucking work as possible to beat the game.
Going back to Final Fantasy VII, you'd have maxed out materia by the first disc.
Yeah,
you'd have all the
Christ.
summons and maxed out materia on the first disc.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do that shit, dude. Grinding is just like every once in a while there's a game where I really enjoy grinding, but like most games I'm just like, just get me to the fucking fun parts of the game. Like I don't want to deal with this shit.
You know why? It's because when I was younger, I got so pissed off at getting beat by shit that I was like, I'm never getting beat by anything in a fucking RPG game again. So I'm always like, I'm here to win. I'm grinding so fucking hard. I'm grinding till my fucking fingers bleed. I'm grinding until my eyes dry out. I
fall asleep in my own lap.
Yeah, I'm grinding until fucking I'm losing all the battery until I fall asleep and all the battery in my SP drains and I gotta grind again. I don't give a shit. I'm grinding.
Knees weak, arms heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Spaghetti.
Fucking like the only game I actually enjoy grinding in is Persona 5, and that's because I've already grinded so much that I one shot basically every shadow that I come across.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just like, this isn't really grinding, this is just mashing the X button.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
So, you want to talk about God of War?
So God of War was 3 mediocre to alright to decent games. 2 is pretty good, but it kind of gets boring. It kind of hits the same slog that all of them do, where a little more than halfway through, you're like, oh god, I'm still doing this shit. Can I just fucking punch Zeus and be done with this shit? But it's one of the few reboots to me that's genuinely successful because it took all the stuff that people hated about those old games, not all of it, but especially when it came to like Kratos' character and junk like that. It really because before in the other games you're kind of like running through the world and you only get lore by reading some fucking random tablet somewhere or by watching like one cutscene where I don't know, you're watching some shit that happened 10 million years ago or some shit, or some shit that's happening somewhere else, or you're being told what happened basically. But in the God of War reboot, it's like you're really in the world now. Kratos is he was an asshole before. We're acknowledging that now, and we're showing that even as a pissed off god, he still grows. You know, he still has a character arc. He has a son now. Time is moving on.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just we're not stuck in the same fucking realm for fucking, 6 or 7 games. We're not stuck in the same like time period for like 6 or 7 games. You know, shit's happening.
Did they do the thing in God of War? Because I remember watching gameplay, but I don't remember actually if they did this as the Assassin's Creed things where there's like levels, and
yes.
if you don't if you're not within a certain level range of an enemy, you just can't damage them.
I don't know.
You can always damage stuff, but leveling up your weapons gives you an edge. You know.
Okay. Because I have some shit to shoot about Assassin's Creed once we're done with God of War.
With God of War, what it did was if you weren't strong enough, it would change the color around the name or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you could still fight it, and if you were good, it's like Dark Souls. Aspect where like you can damage everything in Dark Souls, but if you're
you can beat the game with a fucking broken ass sword.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be hard as fuck.
And we're not talking about broken like
Good
as
job,
good.
Riven.
We're talking about as broken as like the weapon is snapped off.
Yes,
and
I know.
from the hilt.
Yeah,
I know you're Riven. Okay, I get it.
Yes, you are.
But yeah. But yeah, I mean, it did what Reboot should. It shouldn't just be like a shallow version of the thing that came before. It shouldn't just be the thing before again. It's fundamentally changing something about the game, about the world, and about the gameplay, and about it's a good reboot for fuck's sake.
Is it even really technically a reboot? Isn't it more like a sequel that
they're called soft reboots
gotcha,
where
gotcha.
it's you know.
Yeah, it's within the same story continuous, but the gameplay has changed.
Yeah, like the new Jurassic Park movies were a soft reboot.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Assassin's Creed.
Let me bitch about this shit real quick.
Yeah.
Man, today's a good day.
It's fantastic, dude. This is my one trait. Let's go. All right. So I don't mind I didn't like the combat at first in Origins and Odyssey. But it's like whatever, people are getting tired of the old one. I personally still really like the old one because I love just running around with hidden blades and countering everybody. But, whatever. You want to make it more exciting, more skill-based, that's fine.
I 100% agree with you, though.
Like, I dislike the fact that if you're, I think it's in Origins, it's 3 levels under somebody, you do literally 0 damage. They are immune to your damage.
Jeez.
That is so... And,
that sucks.
The jumps between the story levels is sometimes 4 or 5 levels. So it's not even like you can go story to story and just do that. It doesn't level you up enough.
So it's trying to force you to do, side shit and grind and all that.
And it's that's cool. I respect kind of what you're doing and, spacing out the game a bit.
Right, trying to make you play the game, but at the same time.
I would always, in the Assassin's Creed games, I would do just the main story quests, and then if something was interesting next to the story quest, I'd do that. I don't want to have to go do shit. And that's my philosophy on games is that I should be able to beat your main story without doing anything else.
Yeah.
I should not have to grind in order to beat your story. It should be challenging if I don't grind, and if I do grind, it should be easier.
It's called side content for a reason.
Yeah, it's it should not be part of the main, or it shouldn't be part of the main experience of the game.
It shouldn't be getting in the way of the main experience of the game.
It should be only there for the tutorial purpose. You do the side quest for the tutorial because you have to do that, and they should explicitly make it known that that is side content, but you have to do it because it's important. And then after that,
it's I as a person don't like grinding, which is odd because I fucking love WoW and ESO and shit. But ironically enough, but in single player games, I should just be able to play your game. I gave you my $60, let me experience the story that you wanted to tell without having to do all this shit about getting my sword fucking +1 titty sips. It's I don't get it. And admittedly, that might just be a problem with me as a gamer. But
I wouldn't go that far.
It's
just dumb.
I mean, every if you have your preferences for what you want your gameplay to be like, you want your games to be like, no one can blame you for that, unless you have some crazy unreasonable shit.
It needs to be
no one can really blame you for having your preferences.
It needs to be at the highest graphics all the time. That can't drop a single frame.
Right, yeah.
I don't care. All needs to look like Final Fantasy 15.
I don't care if those developers don't get paid. They should finish the game. Those kind of guys.
Yeah. That's. I mean, like, I understand all that shit. I don't even give a fuck about frame rate and shit. Yeah.
Exposure, yeah.
Like, I'm not a guy that really cares too much about graphics or like frame rate or whatever. Like, if it's a consistent 30, like, who gives a shit, right?
Right.
And it's like, graphics, cool, whatever. As long as it doesn't look hideous, I'll probably play it.
I mean, graphics even now are just like an art style, because we're back to like people using like, look at Enter the Gungeon, yeah, like pixel art games are still out there and being made to this day. So now having a fucking game that looks like Tomb Raider or God of War is just
it's not a necessity.
Yeah, it's just a decision you made. You could have just as easily said, we'll make a 2D game, we'll make a cel-shaded game. It's just the art style you choose to go with.
Yeah, I don't care too much about that. It's just like, I want to experience the game.
Yeah.
If the game is engaging, let the game do the engaging.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I need to calm down before my heart explodes.
So, before we get off of Assassin's Creed real quick, I want to say, the next game, fuck all this going back to Roman times and shit before there were even assassins. Don't care. Make a game about assassins in Atlantis or something, because these games are boring as fuck now. I don't care about the history lesson anymore. It stopped being interesting in Assassin's Creed 3 when they went, when you fucked up the one cool assassin, Connor, who's a fucking cool ass Native American assassin, and he had the most boring, awful game. So don't care anymore about all that shit.
Like, that was
Assassin's Creed. I love 4 Black Flag because it seems almost like not cartoony, but
over the top.
Yeah, it's a little goofier.
Yeah.
It's a little more fun than all that other shit.
The story made a little more sense.
And so this comes sense. Yeah, and you know what? I was more endeared to those characters. Yeah. When they went through shit, I really felt for them. When when they all got killed, when characters get killed, I would feel for them.
I was gonna say I hate naval combat, and I still like that one more than 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 4 is just amazing.
I absolutely hate naval combat. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I despise it so much. I think what it really is for me for Assassin's Creed is because I like the whole assassin ninja run up wall part. That's the
only... and the naval combat is kind of like the antithesis of that. It's not even. There's nothing subtle about it. There's no sneaking around.
Like that was my favorite part of the games. And as soon as they added a gun to the game, I was pissed because I'm like, wait, I can just because I'm both rational and irrational at the same time when it comes to that. Because I'm like, I want to go and kill them and stab them in the back and whatnot and be all sneaky stabby stab, but I could just stand back here and just shoot them. Well, I guess I'll just use the gun. It's boring as shit, but it does what I need to do. All right, pop.
See, Black Flag fixes that by giving your enemies guns as well, and you get crazy shit like bulletproof assassin armor. So.
I'm just glad that they added a crossbow into one game, which was Brotherhood.
That was nice.
You know what? They put it in the fucking cutscene in the original one, and then I remember I heard an urban legend that was like, if you beat the game 100% and you were playing on PS3, you could get the crossbow in 1, which is obviously like not true.
Right.
But they added in Brotherhood, so you know what? I beat that one. I got a crossbow. I'm down.
Brotherhood was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I felt vindicated in that game.
Brotherhood was my favorite game for a different reason. It was my first online game that I bought myself.
I was gonna say, because I remember you playing the multiplayer on that a lot.
Me and my friends, we were the best players at that game. We got so good at the game because we didn't lose a single match for like a week straight.
Yeah.
So what we did was we started adding mini games to the game. So there was one where you couldn't stop. If you were the attackers, you couldn't stop running, no matter what. And if you're the hiders, if you weren't hiding, you couldn't touch the ground. So as soon as you touched the ground, you had to stop in place for 3 seconds before you can move again. Oh, it was hilarious.
Had to make it tough on yourselves.
Yeah, but it's hilarious because as a hider, you'd hang on these roofs, and people would come up to try to kill you, and then you start running, and you make them chase you, and then you drop a smoke bomb as they chase you, knock them out, and hide on the roof right next to them again. So, like, you're, like, not playing the game, but you're playing the game at the same time, and nobody knew how to deal with it. Ridiculous. The problem with the multiplayer on that one is that they never fixed the smoke bombs. So...
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. That shit was broken.
Yeah, they fixed it in the very next game. But like, so what you could do was you get 4 people that hide all in the same area, and that the group of killers would come. You'd stun one with the smoke bomb, knock the dude out, and then the smoke bomb timer was long enough that all 4 of you could keep doing it over and over again, and infinitely knock people out. So you could get the whole 4 people party just knocking everybody out constantly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So like,
but
anybody who didn't revive. Anybody who.
I mean, fuck Cameron.
All right, I'm done. It's a dead game. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that is actually good. A good part of this little discussion. The multiplayer is dead as fuck. But I was gonna say, yeah, Atlantean Assassin's Creed, since they teased that and then just totally forgot about it.
I want Japan.
They're not gonna ever do it.
No, they did China, and that did horribly, so they're like, nope.
No, I want a main story Japan game, not one of the fucking side ones. That's like a Mark of the Ninja ripoff.
Yeah, it came. They put it out for free on I think on some downloader.
Yeah.
But yeah, they teased it, and then they kind of just dropped it. It's for the history lesson shit, all the way back to Odyssey, which is before the Assassins were even a thing. So it's like, how is this even Assassin's Creed anymore?
Yeah.
Wait, Odyssey is set before Origins?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. Fuck timelines, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They just wanted to do a game set in Rome or whatever for no reason. Greece, Rome, whatever, all those countries.
It'd be pretty good. You know where all those like ancient gods and stuff come from? Just have them come from Atlantis. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Story's solved.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's a podcast, you guys.
I think so too.
Great. I had fun.
I had a good time. We yelled a bunch. It was wonderful.
We complained. We did the podcast thing.
We did the podcast thing. We didn't stay on topic for like more than 10 seconds.
That's fine.
I mean, we stayed on topic.
We did. Every single game we talked about was a reboot or a sequel or a dead game.
Back to topic.
Yeah. So.
All right. Deshaun, where can we find you at?
Mr. Urban Buddha on Twitter, The Urban Buddha on Twitch, and Mr. Urban Buddha on YouTube.
All right. And hey, Derek, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Cayman2nd and on Twitter at real_CIS.
All right, and you can find me on Twitter at Cameron Snowden. You can find me on Twitch at iPressTheButtons. And you can find me on YouTube at iPress_the_buttons. I need to fix that at some point. But for now, that's where you can find me. All right, well, I appreciate you guys for watching. And remember, laugh at yourself.
Laugh at yourself.
I'll catch you guys next time.